That didn't go fully how I wanted to go, but
Bass players around the world, bass players from Chicago, bass players from Rockford, Illinois, bass players from Virginia, bass players from Houston, bass players from Detroit bass players. Welcome to the basement. That's Bassmint. Thank you, sir. What is your name?
my name's Joseph Sanchez.
All the way from Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to hang out just with us in the basement.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate that.
Get down.
As well as your awesome plan. But before we get to talking to you, we got to introduce the squad of bass players. And starting on my friend hand side, tell us your name, sir.
Robert.
Robert, what kind of bass that you got?
Sire.
Sire by
Marcus Miller.
Marcus Miller, 5-string sire. Next to Robert, tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Steve Tufel.
Steve too. We're gonna be interviewing this guy too. What kind of bass that you got?
This is a '94 Ken Smith BMT Elite.
And that's mine now. I'm a big fan of Ken Smith bass. The Ken Smith sound. One of my favorite Ken Smith artists is a Detroit bass player named Al Turner.
Yeah.
The Burner. Al the Burner Turner, which is he has a bass called the Burner, right? With Ken Smith, endorsement, whatever.
He was one
Ken
first,
Smith,
first in
artist.
RC here in Michigan.
Yeah. So anyway, next to him, tell us your name.
Derek Farr, 2006 Warwick.
All right.
GPS.
Love Ward too.
German Pro Series.
And next to him, tell us your name.
Park Klein.
And what kind of bass?
What kind of bass is that?
That's a multi-scale, my own creation.
What's it called? Park Klein?
Thinking ID guitars.
All right. ID guitar.
ID? What does the I stand for? Ivan?
If you wanted to, if you buy one.
Look, that's a nice bass, and it looks like it's a fretted fan,
Multi-scale, you're correct.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I gotta put my fingers on that before you get leave. And next to Parker, tell us your name.
Chris Snyder.
Cool, Chris.
Chris, thank you. What kind of bass that you got there, bro?
This is the body is a no name, but it's my first bass from when I was in high school, and Sean May put together the new neck and the strings and electronics.
Another bass builder from Detroit, Sean May, who finally got a brick and mortar.
Yep.
Finally.
Is that a badass?
That's a hip shot.
Hip shot.
That's right.
That's hip shot.
That's right.
Okay, so and behind
Angular.
me.
Somebody give him a hand with that.
No, I got it. Joe, tell us your name.
Joe.
I can't wait to interview Joe.
Here's the bass.
What kind is it?
Sandberg. California JJ5.
Okay, and also behind me some more. I wanted to do this. Oh yeah, I don't need no help. You upside down. Oh no, yeah. Tell us your name.
What's happening? Leo Deschamps. I'm new here, so I didn't bring a bass, but I'm from Miami.
All right.
Where do you reside now? Where do you reside?
Now in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but what you playing? Yeah, what you playing?
I just got a headless court.
All right. That's nice.
Sternberg.
Okay,
Headless court.
who else back there? Tell us your name. Looks like we got somebody standing up.
Yeah, that's me.
Security. What?
Yeah, that's me. Cynthia Willis.
Cynthia Willis, and who you got with you?
I am Christopher III
Uh-huh.
and Christian.
All right.
Two future bass players. I'm gonna make sure of that. And let me go this way on my truck hand side. So we got in our orange. Tell us the name, sir.
Pope Star, Popalicious, Pope-tastic, Pope-notic.
What
From
kind
the
of
Pope
bass-
Metropolis.
What kind of bass that you got?
Oh, this is just a little thing that I pulled out of it's a Flying V, a Pope edition.
Yeah.
Jackson.
I was just thinking you gotta have a special guitar stand just to hold it.
Yes, you do. And you gotta have a special case.
Yeah.
I found that out the hard way.
Look, next to Pope, tell us your name.
Titus McCleary, Titus bass, playing a Fender Jazz bass.
Oh,
It
yeah.
feels good in my head.
Okay, good. And tell us your name, sir.
Tony G. Copeland.
All the way from Houston, Texas, to hang out with us today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for coming to hang out with us. We're gonna interview him too, if we hadn't already did it. And he's a bass player, but also a multi-instrumentalist. That's why he don't have a bass, because he said, look, either I bring keyboard, guitar, drums, and bass, or nothing at all. Okay, so look, next to him.
Yeah.
Freddie G. by Hudson.
And the G stand for
Yeah, Tony. We got Tony G. Copeland and Freddie G. Hudson, a legend. Folks, this the guy played on Floaters, Float On, a Detroit-based legend. Fretless legend too, by the way.
Yes.
Tell us your name, sir.
Stephen Burkhalter. Stephen C. Burkhalter.
And he's our gracious host. He let us come in his basement and play on these basses. Thank you, Steve, for allowing us to come hang out in your basement. Sir, Mr. Oh, well, we got somebody else there.
One more.
Coming down.
Just Barbara go pack a lucky.
Wait, hold on. No, that's a box I got.
Look.
Is that, where is he at?
I told you, let Cool Chris grab that for
Okay,
you.
well, I got you in there.
Right. Yeah, you in there. I seen your hat.
If I have to, I'll put up a picture of him. Joe Sanchez, that's your name, right? Welcome to the basement, man, and thank you for coming all the way
Oh, yeah.
That's B.
Illinois
No
to
problem.
hang out with us in the basement. My first question I always like to ask everybody is, when did you start playing the bass?
And why?
Yep, so it kind of goes back a bit. I was a kid, come from a musical family, started to play music, so I had some exposure to music early on as a young kid. But it was something my church gave me a old Harmony P bass when I was 15, and that's kind of where it started.
Why did they give you a bass?
He's like, I don't know, we're just like talking like music one day with this guy at church, and they knew that I was playing trombone at the time at school, but I want something cooler. He's like, I got this old bass, a basement, so he brings it back, and it's like a Harmony P bass. The pickup, the P bass barely stayed, so they kept falling in. Laying on the strings. So that was my first bass. Probably why I hate P basses so much. I struggle with that bass, but I just kind of went from there.
Okay, so that's when you started and how you started. Now that bass that you have, what kind of bass is that you
This
have?
is the Sire Marcus Miller F10 single cutaway bass, 5-string, like 5 and 6 strings. My baby.
It sounds good, and this is a whole different look compared to that.
Yeah.
Marcus.
And a whole lot lighter too.
Yeah, it is lighter.
Is it?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess we can try when we're done, but I like this bass. It's big. I'm a big guy, so I feel like it's big. You know, compared to this, I feel like it fits me. And I always wanted single cutaway, so that's why I went this. And I just kind of looked up. I was looking at basses. I just saw this one, and I bought it right away.
It puts me in the frame of a fedora.
Yeah.
Fedora.
What is F10s? I wondered if there's a little fedora in there, you know.
Yeah, even the headstock is like, but you know, but
And,
I love.
it's a neck through, and like it's a 18 volt, even the electronics cover is wood.
Is it magnetic or it's screw off?
It's screw off.
Okay, and I see the string could be pulled from.
Yeah, give you both.
Which one do you do?
I always go neck through. I string through body.
You go through the body.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between hooking it right there at the bridge or going through the body? What's the difference?
I hear it's tonally it's kind of more of one with the body. The strings are more part of the body itself. So it's supposed to.
That's for
it might be
sure.
preference. That's just everyone has a different ear what they hear, but for me, I think it's just more part of the bass.
What's all the little knobs for? You only got 2 pickups.
So this is your volume. There's a tone, but the tone works for both. You can call it master tone. It works for active and passive. This is your bridge. Your pickup balance, highs, mid, and then you call it the mid shift.
Yeah, another mid.
And then the bass, and then this is your active passive switch. I never use passive. I always use active. And then all the way down, is a serial, and then in the middle is single, and then top is parallel.
Wow. Yeah, that's the science.
And I really haven't. I keep going back and forth with the neck pickup being in either series or single. I'm not really, and I always find my personal taste. If I had both pickups on, I favor serial, or at least like I said, if I go like what music I'm playing, if I go to the bridge, I like parallel. Seems to be better.
So that knob is a pickup blend or mix. Are you favorite with the bridge pickup or the neck pickup?
Yeah, typically I just go. I just have both on.
Okay.
I rarely go. I never go full bridge neck. Sometimes I go a little bit of the bridge, but most of the time I have both on.
So you like a brighter sound more so than the bassier sound that the neck pickup offers. I don't know if people know that, so I'm trying to tell them the neck pickup is bassier than the bridge pickup because of the location and the vibration of the strings. It's subtle, but if you notice it, it's you can hear it. So look, I'm sorry about all of that, Joe. One of my other questions was, before we get to that though, you've been playing, it says that you've been playing for over 30 years, right?
About 31 years, yeah.
And what is it about the bass that made you stick with it? That's
a great question because I never stuck with anything else I played. For some reason, I've not stopped playing bass since I was 15. I didn't take a year off. There was a few days I didn't play, but I've not stopped playing the bass. I play the sax. I go back and forth with that one, the piano, guitar. Everyone calls you to play bass, so I just stick with bass now.
Now, what kind of music do you love playing on that?
Funk. I like to play funk on it, and I like playing jazz, different styles of jazz. I'm trying to get a fusion thing going. I was talking to him about. I also play for I guess we call it gospel church. That's my favorite gig. That's every Sunday, and that's one gig I get to play bass. Yeah, and I'm encouraged to play the bass. I have actually it's on YouTube and I have it on Instagram. Me doing a bass solo on Fred Hammond's "We're Blessed."
Another Detroit bass player.
And if you guys get a chance to check it out, let me know what you think. It was kind of funny because what I do when I go play at that church, because there's so many Chicago bass players or Chicago gospel bass players. They're just amazing. Like I'm from Rockford, so I can't even they're amazing. Sheree Reed. Yep. Reese Fitzgerald. My first start getting gospel was with Andrew Boucher. Yep. So I was doing that. I was listening to Byron Miller
Yeah.
or Mark,
Detroit, from Holland Park.
Another Detroit
He's
thing.
from Holland Park, baby.
or Marcus Miller on the way there. I usually switch out or go to like Sherry Reed up. I'll just put a post up as it's like a 20-minute drive to the church. And we're blessed. We play.
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh, it's just like whatever. And then all of a sudden I just started doing like a Marcus thing. Let me know what you guys think if you see it. I try not to rip him off, but it was my Marcus thing. So
I think that's everybody ripped. I'm sure Marcus.
Nobody owns any bass line.
It's not called ripping him off. You're acquiring licks.
well, like I say, it's like
And
I'm
I've
not
acquired a lot.
like when I like to learn something from someone, I don't focus on like note for note. I can take bits and pieces, so like that. So if you listen, you might hear some Marcus, you might hear whatever else in there.
But it's you.
But it's me. Yeah, try to make it
Joe
me.
rendition.
You know, just like everything
Joe
else.
version.
Like I like this with sax players. I like bebop players. I like to working on playing in and out. Like my solo, going in and out of the changes. You get that little tension coming right back in. I like listening to sax players. They can do all that stuff.
Okay, so being a Rockford, Illinois bass player residing in Rockford, what's the music scene like out there? And do they offer you gigs or
Yeah.
what's going on, man?
Just a lot of places. Cover bands are the big ones. It's a lot of top 40s or like country acts. Like Too Deep is a good band to check out. I'm gonna call them out real quick. I feel like that. They're a great funk band. And they're one of the few there. But there's also I could do metal. There's a variety of everything, but the thing is, most of it is all cover bands, and there's like just a few originals. Yeah, and they struggle. I know they do. But it is what it is.
Okay, so you've been having good gigs. You get to tour and travel, or you like local only?
Just local really. I got young kids, so I can't take off.
Right, but you play with some awesome folks. So
Yeah.
one of the gigs that you are currently playing with is I think he's a legend. What's his name?
Ben Newell, but his name is Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete,
Yeah,
right?
from Chicago.
Yeah. So that's awesome gig. You enjoy playing?
Yeah, so there's this place in Rockford called Big Cities. I did a jazz gig there like in 2006. And he was breaking down for the night before, and I was just kind of playing through some changes. He's like, "Hey, you want to play bass for me?" I've been playing bass for him ever since.
Yeah. What like my man was saying, stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
Right.
I'm talking to you viewers, the people watching this. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. Who else you play with? I know that ain't Pistol Pete ain't it, is it?
I do a lot of fill-in work. Or some studio. It's Rockford, but not a big studio scene there. But when someone needs bass for something, I've done some of that work too. I always want to be a studio bassist.
Is it reading or is it just
I
playing?
can. I only had 2 reading gigs my whole life. And those were big bands.
Oh, okay.
Usually, if anything, I get a chart, or I already know. If I do the jazz stuff, I know most of the standards, or I still need some reference.
So you do read.
I do read, but. You use it, you don't use it, you lose it. I can come back but yeah.
I've never had it, so that's why I'm always amazed at people who.
Well, I came from playing the trombone, so I try to learn the bass clef.
How many basses do you have?
Yeah, so this is my newest purchase. I also have a 5-string LTD Surveyor 5 that has the Music Man on the bridge, and then I guess it's supposed to get a P bass pickup at the neck.
Yeah.
And then I have a 6-string I built, and then I have my double bass.
The upright.
The upright, yeah.
As you being a guy who just stays around Illinois to do your work, any weird gigs? We call it a Spinal Tap moment where some weird happened on the stage or in the audience, or we love hearing stories about.
Man, back when I was playing Pete, one night I was playing a gig at that place at Big Cities, and I just remember all this commotion, and this guy came up with the guy whacking over the head with a Corona bottle.
Whoa.
If he sees this video, he's on to. I know that I'm friends with the guy that got hit in the head with it, and he's probably gonna see this video. I'm like, Joe. But that was crazy. Then like the owner chased a guy down East State. You guys know where East State that watches Michael Nix with a gun.
And
Downtown
while you
Rockford.
playing?
What?
While you playing?
It was like I think he just got done with the song, whatever it was. Yeah.
That is awesome.
But I do have one cool gig to talk about. It was like a last minute thing, and I know a lot of the greats on sax. I'd never heard of this guy. My friend Ryan called me up and said, "Hey, I need you to come in and play bass. We have a bass player for this gig. This guy's in town. His name is Richie Cole." I'm like, "Okay." So this is like YouTube was still kind of new. That's how long ago it was because he passed away, unfortunately. And when I saw this guy on YouTube, I'm like, "Oh my gosh." This guy's good, and he's played with a lot of greats. So I survived that night. So that's probably the hardest gig because, like, I was already intimidated, you know, and then just find out, watch him on YouTube, all the videos from the 60s and 70s where it was. And, but I survived, and me and him hung outside and just talked about music. So.
Okay. So now, who are some of your, speaking of basses and stuff, do you have any bass influences
Yes.
or favorites to Mount Rushmore?
Goes back to this man over here, Virginia. So I wanted he talked about Virginia. So it reminded me of this one band. It's a small little band. You may have heard of them. They're a little tiny. The Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
So I learned about them. Like I heard when they were younger. And I got caught because that band.
What's the name again?
The Dave Matthews.
Oh,
This,
no, I ain't talking about the guitar player.
I know. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
This band is changed my life to do it. The bass player Stefan Lassard. When I started getting to them, my bass playing wasn't like all that good. It was, you know, I've been playing for a few years. And I started learning, like listening to the Dave Matthews Band, so it was like 99. And like before this Crowded Streets came out, you know, and I was like listening to like how he's playing, so looking at all of those stuff, like it's just like, that's like a pivotal point in my bass playing. And I never hear his name a lot, but you know, if you listen to a lot of his older stuff, I can go on all day breaking down his bass lines. So he's a big influence on me in the beginning, that like a pivotal point, you know, my bass playing. Because when I started listening to them and hearing Stefan, I learned about his influences. So Jocko, you know, other guys. I know about Victor Wooten. I had no idea who Victor Wooten was, you know, or Marcus Miller. But I kind of like, that was one pivotal point, you know, my bass playing. Learned about his influences. And then that's how my wife met, was going to a Dave Matthews show. So
That is awesome, man. That you, Stefan, what?
Lassard.
Anybody else have any questions for this fine bass player?
Yes, sir. So which is your favorite bass to play? That one.
This
Okay.
one.
The new one.
The new one.
And
course.
Pete told me I'm only allowed to play this bass with him. So I'm not sure.
Does it cover all your stuff?
Yeah, it does.
Cover all your stuff. What is stuff?
You know, from
All the
church.
songs.
From
Yeah.
church. From church.
Oh yeah,
Pistol Pete.
it works great with church stuff. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know the answer, but it's for the viewer.
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
man,
Yeah.
no, man, you don't.
It is, I feel it's all around. I can do a lot of stuff. You know.
Do you have a personal string choice?
Yeah, I've been using all my basses. I used DR high beams. I'm not 100% on board with how they sound with this bass though.
What kind of strings is those on the
DR high beam. It came with Diodarios, I think. I just wore them out like pretty quick. I wore these strings out pretty fast.
So you
I just changed these like 3 days ago.
you change often?
I've been finding I have to now. Yeah, they don't. I lose a lot of that. I don't know if it's oils my hand or I seem to. When I'm playing more than I usually do too.
Okay.
Excuse me. So I feel like they, you know, if you're doing the slab stuff, I like that sizzle.
All right. So what else? You might use a little young, but you don't boil your strings. To get a second life.
I was thinking about that, but I'm like, I just go buy them.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know Vic Serp? He plays. I don't know if it's Champaign or Decatur. That he's
No, that's too far down south.
too far down south. I don't.
I'm
know.
way up north.
But He writes for Base Gear magazine.
Okay.
Some stuff
As
with
well as he does. He writes for baseball.
He's a good player. He plays in a lot of the some corporate acts down there. So
You look, man, like I said, I ain't want to keep you, right?
As long as you want.
But
Got a long drive home.
Joe, so if we wanted to follow and hang out with you, you got any social media and all of that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
How? What's your name?
It's Joe Sanchez. I think. I can't remember. I have different ones for each one. So we can like put a card, do like a card thing, or
I'll put it subtitles
I'll
in.
let you. Yeah.
What
Okay.
is it?
Okay.
Well,
So your Facebook is Joe Sanchez.
yeah. If you're friends with him, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
And you're just type in Joe Sanchez on Facebook, Joe Sanchez on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't have a picture.
And you don't have a personal website yet. Joe, but again, I thank you for coming all the way from Rockford to hang out with us.
yeah.
Is it anything that you'd like to say in closing?
Oh yeah,
before
I
you
mean,
close out?
I'm glad I found this channel. I don't know if you guys are on talkbase.com. This kind of reminds me. I used to do the get-togethers in Chicago. So I did 2 at the Bass Club Chicago, and then 1 at Lakeland back when Dan Lakin owned it. This kind of reminds me of that type of thing. So it was great. I love this, this kind of community. I mean, we have bass players in Rockford, but
I have a great
it's just not a whole lot. What?
I have a great Dan Lakin story. I'll tell you something.
Okay, yeah.
At a tequila tasting.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had
Where's the tequila?
with that just real fast. You can cut off if you want.
Okay.
So I did that get together at Lakeland. And you guys ever heard of Bill? He came to the basement. Well, hold on. Just Bill. No, the other Bill. The one that what's his name?
Bill Cosby.
No.
I'm just looking for a bass player named Bill.
He just missing that arm. Yeah, so he was there doing his thing, just with one hand. And then Bill Dickens comes in, and I'm with Bill Dickens, and we're like, and Dan is showing him the back of the shop where all the bass bodies and bass. And Bill goes to down, starts playing the bass. Everyone just leaves and goes right to Bill Dickens. I felt so bad.
All right.
Yeah, that's a Basement alumni, by the way.
Yeah.
And
They both are,
Bill,
right?
Yeah, Bill Clements is
Bill Clement.
a Basement alumni. He was at the Bass Fest,
Yeah.
Detroit Bass Fest.
Man,
Thank
I'm
you,
sure.
Les Colley, for those Bass Fest. So anything else in closing? Or come on, Dan, play us out. Play us out.
Yeah.
Joe Sanchez.